Hello and welcome to another episode of Practical IT. In this episode, we're going to take a look at MX Linux, which is a joint effort by former members of the Antix and MEPIS or MEPIS communities. Let's get started. Alright, I've set this up with the standard 4 gigs of RAM, 128 megs of video memory, and the standard options here. So we'll go ahead and get this installation process moving. Alright, so we are going to, they got an option for VirtualBox video. Interesting. So we'll go ahead and select that and see what we end up with. That was a fairly quick boot, and it's connected to the network. MX18 Continuum. Little welcome screen. Default username is demo with password demo. And root password of root. Oh, that's a very nice background. Log out, Firefox, file manager, updates. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, let's run through the installer and see what we end up with. Okay, so next we're going to use the virtual hard drive. Rearrange partitions, we'll leave that alone. And we'll just take the standard options. Yes, format entire drive. Formatting swap and root. Pretty slick so far. Fresh install will probably take 3 to 20 minutes depending on the speed of your system. That's nice to have little bit of expectation management in the left panel there. And we'll be back at the next screen. Alright, so we're now at the boot method screen, and we're going to leave it as MBR for installing the Grub bootloader, and click next. And yes, this is taking longer than normal for this step in most Linux distributions, but the big test is going to be what our end result is. This is part of the fun of installing new Linux distributions. Alright, so computer name MX, domain is example.dom. Interesting. And work group is work group. We'll take those defaults. English US UTF-8 is fine for localization. Clock is fine. Time zone is fine. Service settings. This is a nice touch. Most Linux distributions these days do not offer something like this during the install process. And we'll continue on. And usernames. And we'll go ahead and click next. And finish. Installation is complete. Reboot without the installation media. Yes, to reboot now. And go ahead and take the default boot option. Somewhat reminiscent of older Mac OS systems with the progress bar on the screen. All right. Closing in on the desktop. It's always an exciting thing. All right. And the welcome screen opens again. First things first. Let's see what we can do for changing the desktop resolution. 89 new updates available. Okay, so let's try properties. Desktop settings. There we go. Nice grouping of background images. So that's just for background. Alright, so let's find our settings. Settings. Let's try display to start. Let's see. 1440 by 900. Apply. There we go. We're in business. Alright, so we don't need to open up Firefox. Let's see. They do not implement the Control-Alt-T for terminal. All right. All right. So, okay. So let's try their upgrade. Utility. Automatically answer yes to all prompts and close terminal window when upgrade is complete. And root password. And we'll see what that wants to do. And it's gone already. So let's see, it does include LibreOffice. See how up to date their version is. .1.1, 6.2. something is the current version as of the recording of this video. But that's alright. It's new enough. MX Tools. Package Manager. Fix GPG keys. Not a bad little tool menu there. And I have to say, this is pretty lightweight. It feels very responsive for a 2-core virtual machine with 4 gigs of RAM. Of course, I'm not running 20 tabs in Firefox either, but hey, your mileage may vary. So see the panel. Well, let's jump over to MX Linux. And we'll see. Okay, so we're looking at information about their Linux distribution. And there's a lot of people in the Linux community that will be happy to know that systemd is included, but by default not enabled. Which seems to be, I think I've seen a couple of Linux distributions that are doing that now. So let's take a look here. Okay. Introduction. Okay, that confirms my thoughts. It is an Xfce desktop based on Debian Stable. Development team is volunteers, and they're saying that this will even run on half a gig of RAM and 5 gigs of hard drive space. Of course, you're not going to be opening 20 Firefox tabs on that, maybe 2. This is not a bad start. Firefox, open that up. It's going to take a few seconds to open. Alright, so let's see what version of Firefox we're running. We are running 65, which is, I believe, one version out of date. Again, not bad. File manager is pretty standard fare. So yeah, this is MX Linux. If you have an older computer that needs a system that will match it, this is pretty responsive and worth a shot. Being based on Debian, you've got a very large amount of software available, and should make things work pretty decently. Okay, so we got keyboard control on this. All right. I'm a little rusty on my breakout skills. And that's all she wrote. Alright, so this has been our look at MX Linux. Hopefully it gives you a little bit of an idea of what you can expect when installing it and getting to work using it. And that will bring us to the end of our video. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for notifications. I appreciate each and every one of you watching, and I hope that you're all continuing to find useful information in my videos. As always, you can leave comments below, and thanks again for watching. Have a great day.